Okay, YouTube, welcome back to Dwarf Fortress 2014 with the Flying Phent. This is Nighthall, episode number 91. Yep, it is 91. And we are trying to make up for boo-boos. It is already queued. Perfect. The only reason, in case you're curious, why I'm dumping out of this layer and not out of other layers, like why am I not dumping this? Because this is going to be channeled, so all this stuff's going to fall lower. So it'll save them having to carry it across Z levels if I just wait and dump that later. What did you do? Cancel store item bin, dangerous creature. Where is this dangerous creature? Sheep? Sheep are dangerous? Fair enough. I've seen sheep, especially when they jump, they look pretty crazy, so I don't believe you. Does it say work animal? Oh, yeah, because it's a war dog. And I'm also, let's see, I only have one person doing butchery now, don't I? Because I had turned it off on everybody. Because I didn't want to have animals coming out the wazoo. But let's go ahead and turn it on again on a few people, just to speed up that butchering. Because we have a lot of it to do. Oh, stair went in. Build X? X up downstairs. Perfect. It's funny to me, I've seen a lot of people complain like, oh, it's been so long since I played Dwarf Fortress, I'm not going to remember the commands. Honestly, I take like 6 months away from this game, and I come back, and I don't even think about it. I'm like, oh, I need to build a door. And I'm like, BD. It's just, I don't even consciously know what keys I'm pushing. I just push the key and get the outcome I want. If you're intimidated by this game, if you're like, oh, there's too many keys I have to learn. Honestly, don't worry about it. You learn them very quickly, and then you just don't worry about them. It's it just becomes muscle memory, and it doesn't even take very long. There's really no need to complain about the interface. I mean, I guess you can complain about it if you prefer things that look nicer, but it's not like it's unintuitive if you're not used to it, but once you play with it, it's really not unintuitive at all. It's very intuitive because everything kind of follows the same pattern. Do you want to build something? Then you push the B key. Do you want to designate something? Well, then you push the D key. It's yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that it just flows. Once you get used to it, it just flows. Even if you're not sure, you're like, oh, I want to build or I want to do X. Suddenly you kind of almost instinctively know where you're going to find the ability to do X. Okay, this is going to end poorly for me if I don't take some control here. These lead to deeper holes, so I think I have to do it in this order to not make everything go bad. Wow, they built that stair already. And don't let the fact, like, you'll notice sometimes that I like, oh, I did the wrong thing and I gotta end up in wrong menus and stuff. That's not because my fingers don't know where to go, it's because I end up putting my finger in the wrong, like my whole hand is in the wrong place, you know, like I'm not on the home row or whatever, and therefore I'm just pushing the wrong key. I'm not pushing the key that I mean to push. It's not a question of the stuff being in the wrong place. It's a question of my fingers being in the wrong place. Finish that. Yeah, stairs are much better. I should just go with stairs. I don't know why. I always do the ramp system, and I don't know why. It's not as efficient, it's not as easy to designate, and then it just causes me nothing but trouble. And yet I continue to use it over every other method. And I really don't know why. I don't have an answer as to why I do use the ramps as opposed to just going with stairs right from the start. go. And then the last one. And these stairs have probably been built already. They have. X. My one complaint is that in this build menu, they don't follow the same. Like if you go to designate, right, and you want to designate up down stairs, it's I. There you go. I've designated an up down stairway. But if you're building them, you know that you get, well, maybe you don't know, but you very quickly learn that to build floors and stuff, wall, floor, stairs, track, it's C. You're building a construction. So you hit C, but then up down stair isn't I anymore. It's X, which is easy to remember because it's an X on the screen. But I just feel like it should be the same as dig. That would be my complaint with the interface, is that it is inconsistent, you know, 0.001% of the time.
There's a party coming near.
But I think if you're complaining about 0.001% of the time, you may be missing the point. I'm actually going to not do those until those two have been done, because I'm worried that will cause them to not be able to get to them. Here comes that wood to do that last piece already. They've done that, so let's go ahead and channel that. Yeah, see, the game was slow because there was so many jobs to do. That's why we had 10 frames per second. A lot of it was those hauling jobs. Once we kind of plow through a bunch of the queued jobs, there's not as much pathfinding going on, and the game can keep up a lot better. Okay, so they're finished that. What about the stair here? Is it done? It is. So I need to do... What do I need? I need a downstair. Which is D when you're building a construction, but J when you're designating. We should be plowing through the slaughtering of animals now too. There should be, and I'm just going to double check this, there should be hides to be tanned. For some reason there isn't. So let's go ahead and tan some hides. There's a bunch of slaughter jobs going on. There should be render fat jobs. And there are some. Let's go and unsuspend our prepare lavish meals. Let's also go ahead and add render fat jobs. I don't want to repeat them because again that can, I think, cause... Oh. See, that's a perfect example. It was going up because I meant to go down. Not because I don't know what button to push, but because my fingers were not in the right place. Downstairs not made quite yet, but it will be soon. They've gone ahead and removed that, so we can go ahead and designate the last little piece to get removed here. And as you can see, that's queued up already. That took no time at all. And in fact, since that's queued, we can actually carry on. We want to channel down another layer. And we can actually designate everything right up to... Let's leave that. Oh, did I not have channel selected? Oh, I did. I just hadn't hit a start location. Okay, fair enough. And that would be over here, right? So we can designate all this to be channeled out. We'll stop there for now, because I want them to finish this area first. Are you... someone? Yeah, someone is coming to do that. I don't know where they are. They should be here soon. Did this get done? It did. Perfect. Now, and you might think this is odd, I'm going to remove this. And I should have done this initially, but I'm going to make it an up-down stair and just continue that stairway down just to avoid any future issues I may have. Just out of curiosity, where does that come out in the bottom? Right here. Let's go ahead and build a upstairs right here out of candle nut logs. And while they can reach it, we will build up down stair here. Bitter orange sounds good. Up down stair here. Is this where it goes? Now I'm confusing myself. No. That's it for building. Or yeah. So now I need to designate. See, now I hit X. My brain is used to doing the building. Up, down, stair. Here. There we go. We'll let this guy remove this. And then once it's gone, we will put an up, down stair right there. And again, we're kind of, the frame rate's dropping again because there's some weird pathfinding that I'm trying to get them to do. Should clear up in a moment. Well, it'll clear up once this whole stairway's done. Until then, it probably won't clear up. It's just me, just look like miners aren't doing anything. Oh, there's only 2 miners on a break. I bet some of them are probably, like, they're probably eating, and some of them have been sort of trapped for a while and stuff, so, you know, they deserve a bit of a break. We do not want this set for dig, though, right? Because this will be channeled from above, so let's remove it before I forget to. And in fact, the same could be said here. This will be channeled from above. So let's remove this now that we can. All this is still good. Yep. That'll be fine. Perfect. So I'm coming back up here to revisit this fine young gentleman. Ton Bombrakletmos. You are removing that, right? That is your task. Remove construction. Yep. Alright, I don't know why it's taking you so long. It's not a complex maneuver. And I can't remember, because of how because of the way Dwarf Fortress works. If you're not aware of this, let me give you a quick little kind of diagram. In Dwarf Fortress, this is a top-down view, right? But pretend this is a side view. So, like, you know, this is like a tree. You know, like a Christmas tree. You know, there's the branches on it. You know what I mean? So there's stars in the sky. That does not look like a star at all. And there's a star twinkling in the sky. This is the ground. Right? So up and down. This is a tree, not an arrow. Although it could be an arrow. As long as that arrow is pointing up, that's acceptable. Right? But this is a tree. I think most people that watch my series know about Dwarf Fortress, but this was something that took me a while to understand, so just in case you don't, I'm going to explain this real quickly. So the way stairs work, right? So let's just make a staircase going up. Now, this is an upstair. If you wanted to do a downstair, like an up-down stair, well, actually, let's just do it. So that's an upstair. Let's say you do a downstair. So then this would be a down stair, right? It would have to remove this, and there's your stairs down. So here's your stairs up, here's your stairs down. If you put them in the same place, right, you want to do an up/down stair. It needs to do the same thing. So it will need to dig stairs downwards. That's why there's a difference. So if you were to just put an up stair, that's not lined up. Actually, that was lined up. It's this one that's not lined up. If you were to just put an up stair here, right? You'd be like, well, why can't my dwarves get out? Well, because you need a down stair above, because the down stair is what will remove this stuff. And it's probably better to think of it, you know, this way, as saying the down stair is just the one stair leading down. So if you didn't do a down stair, if you just started from this level, and you said, hey, I'm going to build an upstair. So you built this stairway, right? And then you're like, well, this is silly. Why can't I get out? Well, because you need to, it's the down stair that will add this step and remove this layer here. Even if you channeled this out first and then built the stair, you would still need that down stair for them to get from the top of these stairs to this level. So here, for example, right, I'm removing an up stair and I want to replace it with an up-down stair. I don't think, and I may be wrong, but I don't think I can just go build up, walls, stairs, floors, etc., up-down stair, and then plunk it there. I don't think I can do that because how they, they're going to build stairs and then try to install them, but there's no hole. I think I have to dig the down stair first and then build an up-down stair in its place. I think. But like I said, that could be completely wrong. We're going to find out because I'm going to try just building an up-down stair and see if it does it. If it does, then I'm not wrong on my diagram. It's just that they're smart enough to dig the hole when they install the stairs. I don't know how that works if they're not miners, but that's what that will mean. So we'll see. Okay, there we go. He's finally moved that stair. So let's try this. Let's try an up-down stair right here. Oh, we'll build it. This is interesting. But you see, this guy thinks he's trapped now. And that's possibly true. I feel like these aren't lined up. I'm just going to double check that they are. They are. Okay, good. So he built his up-down stair. I don't know if that gives him access to the stuff below, but we'll see. Okay, miners, now I need you to actually stop doing this because I now have a guy who's trapped that I didn't plan on having a trapped guy. So finish doing the little channeling that you're doing there, but then go dig these stairs out so that this guy can get unstuck. You can see they're working on this one already, and then they will work their way up. Oh, this guy is unstuck. How did he get out? I didn't think he was stuck. I assumed he could have used those ramps. When I went to build, and it said that there was only the one block and the one piece of wood available, I assumed that meant that he couldn't get out and was therefore stuck. But there we go. That whole staircase is now done. We can return to channeling this stuff. And then I didn't want to channel the section in the middle here. Right, that leads up. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Ah, and they have finished here. Which I obviously missed them finishing there. So let's go ahead and you can do that. Do that. That's good. Perfect. So there should be no idle miners. And there isn't. There's only 2 on a break. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with miners being on a break. Alright, so we got to finish channeling this out. We need to get this path dug out as well. And there's no reason really not to do it. So let's go ahead and designate it. And they will get to it as soon as they can. Because I believe... Oh, I was going to say I believe we're done all this, but we're not. We have barely started on. I think that's because we ran out of iron bars. But we should be working on making more. We just don't have enough people working on it. Okay. He is working on the grates, though, so he is still building them. And, of course, using the manager, the downside of the manager... Come on. I guess not really downside. He's going to make the grates before he makes the floodgates, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. You know, I can deal with that. This glassmaker's hut, I don't need the glass furnace, but I'm going to leave it there just in case we get another strange mood or something. And then it's ready to go. We can look at... remember that these are not connected yet. Don't let me forget that. These have not been hooked up. And in fact, now that the baby's corpse has the baby's corpse been removed? Let's find out. If it has, it will be in... Now it says it's the resting place, but I don't think... That doesn't necessarily mean the corpse is in there yet, but it is in there. So there we go. There are 3 dead babies here, and they all belong to... Zonkathan. I'm just trying to remember the name. They all belong to Zonkathan. They're all corpses from Zonkathan's dead babies. Which makes me a horrible person, I recognize that. Alright, so we're going to hurry up and dig this out. And we're going to hurry up and do the channeling down here. And then... Yeah, then it will just be a question of kind of digging out all the wells and getting the levers and stuff in, and then we'll be ready to go. And that's something that I hadn't considered, right? One of the reasons we need access through here is because we're going to need access to dig this out, but before we can even get rid of it, we've got to go ahead and put in our grates and our, whatchamacallits, floodgates. Same thing here, right? We've got to put our grates in. In fact, you know, if I want to be lazy, I can just put the grates here, and then this just needs floodgates. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Ah, because then bad guys can come in through the moat. I don't actually need... This is just leading to the moat. I don't need grates going to the moat. So I can just put grates... You know, I can just put grates like here. I'm still going to put, you know, grates in here. Because I don't trust... I put, you know, extra layers of defense. I don't, just in case anyone somehow does get through the gates, some type of beast gets through the one set of gates, now I'd have to get through a second set of gates. So, you know, and then down here there'll be more. So there'll be a third set of gates to get access in here. So he might have access to higher levels of the fort, but no monster will be able to get access to the lower levels. Ideally, you know, using the method that I'm going to try to use. Oh, shoot. And before I channel out the next level down, I'm going to have to remember to smooth this. And just so I don't forget, I'm going to designate it now. They should be able to reach it all. Shoot, it says they can't. Why can't it reach? You should be able to reach over here. Why can't you? What makes you think you can go up the ramp here, just like you can go up the ramp there? I see. It's accessing it from the outside. Okay, well then stop channeling this stuff. We're going to be like that. Shoot. So what the game is telling me is it wants me to build floor. Oh, it's saying it can't reach the pillars either? What a pain in the butt. I didn't think about that. So it's going to be a pain to really kind of get all this stuff smoothed out. We're going to have to build floors and ramps and all kinds of juicy nonsense to get up and deal with them. I'm surprised. They should be able to my understanding, stand on these ramps. All I'm going to have to do, though, is a simple fix. Build one wall, right? And then they can use the ramp right beside it. Either one. Oh, having a hard time with the keys today. Either one of these ramps to get onto this wall, and then I can just put a floor kind of around. In fact, I'll go this. What I should do, where can they... I'm going to put the wall over here, actually. And that way, I can't do it yet, but that way I can extend the floor from here and around because I can do the smoothing on the other from the other side. Right? I can do all this smoothing from inside the fort. The smoothing is coming from inside the fort. Oh, what a pain in the butt. I should have thought about that. That's why I shouldn't start with channeling. I should start with digging. Shoot. Oh well, things are starting to break down. You can see I may have started off looking like I knew what I was doing, but as this progresses, you realize more and more that I just kind of lucked into it. Dwarf Fortress, everybody. What can you do? Alright, so we'll keep on working on that in a future episode, but for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.